It's Planters potato chips. So now there's 2 stackable potato chips in town.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at potato chip flavors and brands that were discontinued. Since we're emphasizing the potato in potato chips, we're excluding corn-based products like Doritos and Cheetos.
New crunch taters, mighty mesquite. When that crunch explodes, knock me off my feet.
Number 10. Jalapeño Pringles. Some snack on chips, but for those who need a treat with more of a kick, there's always that jar of jalapenos in the fridge. Who says you can't have both?
Hey, you guys want to stack different Pringles flavors to create new flavor combos? Here, I'll go first. Pizza, barbecue, and jalapeno. The spicy barbecue pizza stack.
For a period, you could. Hitting store shelves in 2005, jalapeno-flavored Pringles were introduced as a limited-time product. Much like the zesty taste they left in your mouth, though, they stuck around.
They remind me of Miss Vicky's jalapeno for sure. But of course, theirs are kettle cooked, and these are Pringles. That's actually a great little flavor. I'm actually digging these quite a lot.
The fan favorite flavor was available for more than a decade and a half. Around 2022, consumers noticed jalapeno Pringles had become scarce. Pringles confirmed in 2023 that they had discontinued the flavor, sending grieving fans to purchase whatever remaining cans they could find on online retailers. This decision left patrons red in the face, needing a jalapeno to quench their frustration.
Definitely loads of jalapeno, pepper, spices. There's a little bit of a burn on the back of the throat. Quite hot. Not overly hot. Not overly hot. These are not going to kind of blow you away hot, I don't think. You'll enjoy these.
Number 9. Lay's Deep Dish Pizza Chips. When people think of discontinued chips that pack a pizza punch, Keebler's Pizzerias often come to mind.
New pizzerias! Cranking with real pizza dough! Cheese, spices, radical grub!
Alas, those didn't contain potatoes, although Lay's Deep Dish Pizza Chips are another story. Part of Lay's Taste of America line, the Deep Dish Pizza Chips stood out from the pack.
Is thinking I taste the whole thing. I think I taste a slice of deep dish pizza.
Drawing inspiration from the historic chain Giordano's, it might not have been as thick as a deep dish pizza, but every chip contained the taste of Chicago. Initially available from 2018 to 2019, the deep dish pizza flavor came back in 2022, albeit without Giordano's branding. Once again, this would be a limited time offer. Maybe Lay's will bring the flavor back for another encore. For now, they're gone with the Windy City.
But what I do taste is pretty damn good, actually.
Number 8. O'Boise's. While best known for their cookies, there was a time when Keebler Company tried tapping into other snack food demographics, the potato chip crowd included.
Even people who love potato chips are surprised at how good Keebler's O'Boise's taste.
Among their sorely missed products are O'Boise's, which hit the scene in the late 80s with original and sour cream and onion flavors. There were many words to describe these potato chips: bubbling, crackly, and as they repeatedly put in the advertising, oh-boisterous.
O'Boise's are boisterous.
That phrase never really caught on, although O'Boise's kept consumers coming back well into the 90s. The writing was on the wall in December 1995 when Keebler closed its Haltom City factory where salted chips were made. O'Boise's quietly disappeared not long after, but if they ever return, the snack aisle is bound to become boisterous.
O'Boise's are boisterous.
Number 7. Lay's Wavy Milk Chocolate Covered Potato Chips. In the mood for something salty and sweet, Lay's offered the ideal combo with their wavy milk chocolate covered flavor.
They put the milk chocolate to this chip, and it shows. If you like chocolate covered pretzels, you're gonna love this also.
What's that? You say you're more of a dark chocolate person? Well, good news. Lay's also produced a dark chocolate flavor, as well as a milk chocolate with almond pieces for those who want a little something extra. Now for the bad news.
So these taste pretty much as I expected. Chips and chocolate. There's really not much to it.
When the chocolate-dipped chip arrived in 2013, Lay's stressed that this wouldn't be a mainstay. VP of Marketing Ram Krishnan said that could change if the chocolate chips proved popular enough. They apparently weren't, since you can't purchase them anywhere now.
They're crispy, they're crunchy, and the chocolate's very good.
However, if you have some chocolate and original Lay's chips, they're easy enough to make at home. Number 6. O'Grady's. Debuting in 1984, O'Grady's was all about giving people more. Well, maybe not more flavors, as there were initially only 2. original and au gratin.
Add the flavor of tangy cheddar cheese to a thicker cut potato chip, and you get O'Grady's brand au gratin potato chips.
When it came to the latter, few potato chips on the market were cheesier. O'Grady's upped its game with flavors like hearty seasonings and the works. These chips were also considerably bigger than what consumers were used to, meaning patrons would put their money toward a hefty mouthful.
Only one chip is thick enough to take it. The Works, a new flavor from O'Grady's brand potato chips.
Speaking of money, Frito-Lay reportedly invested $25 million in advertising, championing the slogan, "The more potato chip." Despite the larger-than-life marketing and taste, O'Grady's got crushed in the 90s.
Look for O'Grady's new blue bag.
We suppose Ruffles provided a close alternative, but even years later, O'Grady's leaves us craving more. Number 5. Crunch Taters. Home Alone takes us back to a bygone era when VHS tapes dominated the format war, the Pepsi can possessed a more appealing design, and Crunch Taters were the snack choice of children everywhere.
Guys, I'm eating junk and watching rubbish. You better come out and stop me.
In addition to receiving an endorsement from Kevin McAllister, these kettle-styled potato chips were distinguished with a cowboy alligator on the bag. After spending years in snack food limbo, Lay's revived Crunch Taters in 2022 and 2024 with 3 flavors: original, barbecue mighty mesquite, and hoppin' jalapeno.
Yeah, as far as like the green jalapeno flavor, that is light. Whereas if you can't have hot things, you won't want these.
No, the more you eat, the hotter it gets.
Just as Christmas comes and goes, Crunch Taters sadly weren't back for good. If you look in the right places online, you still might be able to wrangle up a bag. For the rest of us, Crunch Taters exclusively exist somewhere in our memories.
That's unbelievable. That's real crunchy. So I like the idea of these chips, of course. I like the bag. I like the art. They taste good. Real good.
Number 4. Tato Wilds. 80s kids may fondly remember Keebler Tato skins, but for those growing up in the mid-90s, the mere mention of Tato Wilds will trigger memories among your taste buds.
A simple scan reveals some potatoes are wild, some are not.
In addition to flavors like cheese and bacon and sour cream and onion, these chips came in 2 different shapes: traditional Tato skin and crisscross. Their time in the limelight was bound to be short-lived, as Tato Wilds were introduced in 1995, around the same time Keebler started distancing itself from salty snacks.
And only the wildest potatoes make wild chips.
Tato Wilds would go defunct by 1997, although if you can somehow track down a bag, it'll be like opening a time capsule. On that note, the commercials were peak 90s, when everything sold to us on TV looked wild.
We can do wild.
Number 3. Daddy Crisp Chips. The 80s and 90s crowd probably won't even recognize Daddy Crisp chips. For those who lived through the 70s, these potato chips were a source of comfort food.
I like Daddy Crisp, it's only me.
Ray Francis founded the Daddy Crisp Company based in Atlanta. Potato chips became a hot-ticket item for the company, with flavors like ripple, sour cream and onion, and barbecue taking a bite out of the market. The brand has since faded into obscurity, although Daddy Crisp chips have garnered more attention in recent years.
Those potato chips named Daddy Crisp after you? Or were you named Daddy Crisp after those noisy potatoes?
Although this is primarily due to an old commercial with the tagline, "Love Your Daddy." While we would love to see these chips make a comeback, the marketing department would definitely need a new slogan.
If you love your daddy, you love Daddy Crisp. Potato chips.
100% natural, 100% crisp will do. Number 2. Lay's Southern Biscuits and Gravy. They say that potato chips are a snack, not a meal. In the case of Lay's Southern Biscuits and Gravy, we must disagree. In 2015, millions voted in Lay's Do Us a Flavor contest.
Introducing Lay's Southern Biscuits and Gravy.
The finalists included West Coast Truffle Fries, New York Reuben, and Greektown Hero. Yet Southern Biscuits and Gravy emerged victorious. Haley Green, who submitted the flavor idea, won $1 million.
My life has changed significantly, obviously. I paid off all of my student loans, which feels great.
Consumers were the true winners, chowing down on soul food in chip form. The buttermilk taste will make anyone nostalgic for a home-cooked meal. While we're on the subject of nostalgia, the chips were discontinued around 2018, followed by an all-too-brief return in 2024. Do us a favor, Lay's, and bring this flavor back for good.
It tastes just like biscuits and gravy. That is unbelievable. It's even got the aftertaste.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Planters Potato Chips. Famous for its nuts and monocled mascot, Planters has branched out with several products we'd like to see back on store shelves. PB Crisps, anyone?
That's good. You like a potatoey taste? Try Planters. The way we see it, the more potato, the better.
Since we're celebrating potato chips, though, let's revisit an old favorite. Planters potato chips are about as classic as you can get. The snack giant aimed to compete with Pringles, with similarly stackable chips in a tennis ball-like can.
When the chips are down, people prefer Planters.
The commercials at the time even received testimonials from people claiming they preferred the taste of Planters. Whether or not those endorsements were legit, it's safe to say Pringles came out on top. Since we love a snack smackdown, maybe it's time for Planters to bring back their potato chips. We think they can stack up against the competition.
It's just good. I can't explain it to you. You gotta taste it. And you gotta try it and you gotta experience it before you understand what I'm talking about.
Which potato chip flavor do you want to see brought out of retirement? Let us know in the comments.
The more potato chip marches on.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.